Working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast. A family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Breed on with the gang now. They're hearing with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field. Kind of drip is a skill.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts.
Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Henry, the ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 32-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Tannehill to his top target, Brown, for a Tennessee first.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
3rd down and 8.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He finds Humphreys. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 43. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Out to the right to Humphries. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
At the 10-yard line.
How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Colts' 8-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Getting in there to break that one up, Rock Ya-Sin.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
You know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. His first carry of the game. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
The tackle made by...
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Mack, the ball carrier.
Good pickup there by Marlon Mack, and he was a 1,000-yard runner in 2019, and has been very consistent in moving the ball for the Colts. Last 2 seasons, at least 8 touchdowns rushing each year.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Marlon Mack, the Colt ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now it's Mack, draw play. Room here to run. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 yards there, first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. They've taken care of that early.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
With the score, Titans.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On second down now, it's Mack. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Mack. About 3 yards there to the 27.
The Colt ball carrier.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try to throw now. Brissett going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 16. 11 yards there, first down.
And a Colts first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Mack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
2nd down, Brissett. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Brissett. He completes this one to Mack. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11th. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a
down the numbers. There he goes.
The greatest show on earth,
Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Man, we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Brissett. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 20-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Indianapolis.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Zone now. Brissett. Pass incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Play action now. Brissett. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll run it. It's Mack. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the...
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Marlon Mack hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Extra point.
And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece.
That ties the game at 10. Rigoberto Sanchez.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action, it's Tannehill. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
7-yard line.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Going for the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Titans are going to take the lead. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
Makes the score Titans 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
He's got Jack Doyle, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. First down, Brissett. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Looking downfield for Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Marvin Jones, incomplete. He was covered by Christian Fulton.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Kevin Byard deep for Tennessee. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Rodgers on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Rodgers on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Brissett sets to throw it. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it'll bring up third down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
First down, Colts.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Marlon Mack. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It was Jadeveon Clowney who got upfield for the stop. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll run the screen with Mack. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They'll run for it. It's Mack. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Indianapolis.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run here with Mack. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Credit the tackle for loss to Harold Landry.
3-yard line.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Brissett. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
First and goal,
A good pickup there, 26 yards. To throw is Brissett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defenses only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
And the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now. This is 3rd and goal. Brissett. That is caught at the 7-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Makes the score.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
5-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
At the line of scrimmage.
It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Now this throw caught left side and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. That's Darius Leonard, the linebacker who got in and got him to the turf. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off play action, Tannehill. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. To throw, Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them total.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
3rd and long.
Here's Brissett. Flush to his right. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
17.
He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back,
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Complete.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
He was
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
31.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And the Colts first down.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Here's Matt. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
He uncorks it for Snead. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The tackle made.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff to Henry. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Kenny Moore.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Running from the gun with Henry. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on the... And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. They'll run it again with Henry. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a 1-score game. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
3rd and goal.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. They'll come out in the pistol. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. They'll run forward with Henry, and he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. The big back Derrick Henry held out of the end zone. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. On 1st down, they'll start out with Mack. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
At his own 5-yard
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Brissett. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. Thank goodness. That means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. The Titans go victory formation as they take a knee.
On the keeper. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. The Titans go victory formation down to a knee.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Tonight's final score.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.